Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you're watching from, all the way overseas, Ireland, Italy, France, wherever you're at. Welcome to DLT Lawn Care. We are mowing 2 properties today. I've got a 1.5 acre behind me here. I just got done trimming. You know, I often wondered while I was trimming, I thought, how in the world do these guys put videos out and show them trimming and blowing and all this, yet they're never dirty and their hair is like perfect? I don't understand that. If you guys know the secret to that, let me know, because I do my hair in the morning before I leave. By the time I get on the first job, as humid as it is, and I trim and it's a little wet out because it rained last night, I've got grass all over me. I mean, how do you do it? I don't know. But kind of makes you wonder, don't it? But anyway, and Miss Sarah's over here shaking her head. Yes, does it make you wonder, honey?
It does.
Yeah. I think there's some foul play going on there. But anyway, guys, no clue what, well, I do know what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about if I had to do it all over again today, 2024, would I start a lawn care business? And I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. I'm going to get a lot of, oh, no. But I don't care. I'm giving my thoughts. My video, my thoughts. Anyway, we are going to get plenty of footage of the bad boy here for you. And we'll see you in a minute, guys. All right, I want to show you something real quick. I had a guy call me the other day. He watches the channel in Kentucky, and he just got a new Bad Boy Revolt, and he had a shake in his deck when you first turned on the deck, but then once you got it up to speed, it still shook. And come to find out, the belt is bad on it right out of the factory. So let me show you how mine does. And mine has a squeal, which so does my V-Ride. So I don't know what causes that squeal, but if you guys know, let me know. But I'll show you my deck when it starts. Got a little bit of a shake to it, but nothing like his was. And of course it vibrates a little, but you got to figure that's 27 horse going full speed, man. You're going to get a little vibration and a little movement. So, but his was really bad to where you couldn't cut a straight line at all. So be careful when you get a new mower. Check them out, man. They're not all coming right from the factory in perfect condition, unfortunately. But let's get back to cutting. Okay, everyone. So, real quick, what made me think about would I start over in lawn care if I had to do it again? This is actually the first yard I ever had, and I still have it to this day. It's the only one I have from my first 2 years in business. I've had this yard for 15, going on 15 years next year. Used to push mow this with the little red push mower with the bar you pulled down, not self-propelled. Didn't have a trimmer. So this gentleman here, the second time I cut it, took me about 4 hours to cut it with the push mower. He gave me a $500 check, and he said, I noticed you don't have a trimmer or a blower. He said, here's payment for what you've done. And I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you, back then I charged him $40 for this yard because I just wanted to get a start somewhere. And I had no idea what I was doing. So this was my very first yard ever. And it's way out of the loop, but you know what? No matter what anybody says, I will have this yard until the day I die or I decide to retire. So I keep this guy happy. We are really good friends. He's the guy that bought my old Skag. I remember when I sold it, everybody said, well, you're stupid selling it to a customer. He's just going to take it and use it and fire you. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. So, you know, people out on YouTube land, no matter what, you know, I don't want to say they're ignorant, but in the form of the word that they don't know what they're talking about, yes, they are ignorant. Anyway, this is the first yard I ever did. $40 a cut, 4 hours a weekend. And he wrote me a $500 check, which allowed me to get my SRM 225 and my handheld, I don't know what they were called back then, BP 56, or I have no idea, guys. You guys that know Echo would know. And once I got that, it paid me a couple cuts, and he said, when you work that 500 off, let me know. And it took me quite a many months to pay that off, but you know what? That equipment boosted me into bigger and better things. And so we're going to get to the next one, but I'm going to answer the question, would I start a lawn care business again in today's climate? Not weather climate, but financial climate. So I'll see you in a minute, guys.
Hi, everybody.
What are you doing today? You just supervising?
And I'm doing a pretty good job at it.
I would say.
I had to crack the whip today because he don't work. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, everyone. Well, that's what I get, you know, for take your wife to work day, and that's what I got. But wanted to show you some wheel marks before we left. It's starting to rain. I have one around the corner that's every 2 weeks, but it really needs it now. But I'll probably do it Monday and then just do it again next Friday. But yeah, we are done for the day. It is very humid. Bad boy running great. I sharpened up yesterday and greased it. So we're going to get back to my house and we'll talk. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts on starting a lawn care business over in today's climate. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Welcome to Doc's therapy room. This is where we do all our talking, guys. Pull up a couch and tell me your thoughts. Anyway, I thought about it long and hard, and I've thought about this over probably the last 2 months. If I had to do it again, I would not start a lawn care business. And I'm going to tell you why. Part of it is because of what I see on YouTube. I notice a lot of lawn care guys are out there telling younger people, hey, lawn care is the thing to get into. You can make a lot of money. Yet, a lot of them don't do mulch. A lot of them don't do pruning. There's just a lot of people that will say, well, I do this, but I don't do that. And I've noticed a lot of lawn care guys get into stuff that has nothing to do with lawn care, like power washing. And look, let me preface this by saying, because I know how YouTube works. As soon as I say one piece of equipment, somebody's going to say I'm talking about this person or that person. I'm not talking about anybody. Nobody. This is my opinions, not based on anybody. There's guys out there that are buying bulldozers and bobcats and backhoes and this and that, and they're telling us how great lawn care is, yet when the yards dry up, the first thing they do is run to something else. And so I'm really not sure, like, how does that really work? Because if you're in lawn care is cutting grass, treating grass, mulching, hedge trimming, planting, things like that. To me is lawn care. Okay, I gotta back up because the mail person is coming and I want my mail. So hold on, guys. Maybe you might fall out there. I don't know. Hope not. Hope not. So anyway, as I've watched this over the last few years, because I've been on YouTube for a little over 4 years doing videos, and it didn't start like that. It just gradually, well, you know, it's people looking to make more money and more money and more money, and it's always, I gotta get rich, I gotta get rich, I gotta get rich, and all this and that. And so for me, I just sit there and I'm like, and if you guys don't know where I came from, I'll put it somewhere up here, my story and where I came from. In no way did we come from money. In no way did I get to go get an education or anything like that. So hard work has just always been what I do. And from where I came from, I have far achieved my dream. I've gone over and above it. Do I want more? Obviously, we all want more as human beings, but I will say that was a major part of it. I just see so many people not saving money for the hard times. If lawn care is so lucrative, then why are people power washing? Why don't just you own a power washing company? If lawn care is so lucrative, why are people trimming trees that aren't even tree trimmers? If lawn care is all these things people say it is, why aren't people doing that, and specifically that, and not jumping around into 18 different types of businesses? So that's my point on that. Now, everybody can do what they want to do. I'm not here to say it's wrong. I'm not here to say it's right. I'm just here to say, if I listened to people on YouTube, I would think you could drive a Ferrari owning a lawn care business. Now, are there some people that could? Probably, because there are some big companies out here. That's not me, okay? I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just saying it's not me. Would I do it if I had to do it all over again? No, I would not. I wouldn't. Plain and simple. The cost of health care is astronomical. The wear and tear it puts on your body is just out of this world. Now, YouTube is a different story. If you do it for YouTube, some people actually make a living off of YouTube doing lawn care, okay? And we're not going to go into how all that works, but I'm just saying. And little things like my Toro glasses, okay? How do people get paid? You say doing YouTube. Well, you get paid by YouTube, and you get, like Toro sponsors me, and I will put this up here because it does help Sarah and I. Every time I sell a pair of Toro sunglasses, I get 10% of the sale. So I'm very blessed to have that. I believe in the product. I wear it. I wear it outside of here. I don't buy other sunglasses because I love Toros. STRIKEHOLD's another thing. I'll put that up here. If you guys buy STRIKEHOLD, it's a little more expensive, but it is phenomenal. Those of you who have used it can tell people, you know, whether you like it or not, it's good stuff. But now, if there's guys out selling lawnmowers that are doing YouTube and they get $500 or $600, good for them. I'm all for it, man. I've changed my mind on it all, because anything you can do to help your family, go for it. But to tell young people or people wanting to make a switch that you're going to make $200,000-$300,000 a year doing lawn care, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless you're willing to put a lot of money in it, because you're going to have employees. You know, when I started, and people are always telling young people, hey, when you start, don't worry about an employee, don't worry about an employee. And then within a year, somebody says, well, I've got 100 yards now, what do I do? Well, you broke off more than you could chew. Now you have to have an employee. And once you have to have an employee, then you're beholden to that employee. You can't get that much work done by yourself. So you have, basically your employee runs your business. It's the same thing with Walmart, guys. It's the same thing with Target. If those employees all quit one day, the place would have to shut down. If all the drivers for Walmart and all the employees just said we're done and they walked out, Walmart would shut its doors. It would lose millions in a day. So you got to think about, you know, do you really want to go all in like that, or do you just want a small business? Now, I wouldn't do lawn care again because it's hard on the body, long hours, out in the heat. Everything is so expensive. To buy, when I bought my first new mower, I paid $8,300 for a 52-inch Cheetah. Okay? You cannot touch a 61-inch Cheetah for under $17,000 now. I wouldn't do it again. I'm just being dead honest with y'all. I put a lot of thought into it. The amount of time I have to spend away from home when it's busy, the amount especially when I had an employee and I was trying to build a bigger business, I bet I didn't spend 4 hours a night with my wife. Total. Maybe 4 hours every 3 or 4 days. You get so wrapped up in the business that you lose what's really important. So that's my opinion. I don't want anything to do with that. That is my opinion completely. Nobody else's. But putting a lot of thought into it, I would say get a trade, be an electrician, a plumber, something like that. Start when you're young, save your money, and have a great career and end up with a beautiful home and a lot of money in the bank. Because, and you could do that with this job, you could do that with lawn care, but if you're starting like I did, and a lot of you don't know where I came from, all self-inflicted, nobody's fault but mine, but I'm telling you, it's just not something I would do again. 15 years in it now, I'm 52 years old, and I'm sitting there thinking, what else do I know how to do? And there's not a lot that I know how to do that I could take the pay cut that I would have to take. Now, I make good money, but we're not even upper middle class. when it comes to what you get paid and the time you put into it. I put years into building this thing and trusting employees to handle it, and that didn't work out. And it's you definitely, now, do I love what I do now? Yeah, I love it. But if I had to go back and do something different, I would. Anyway, guys, hope that all made sense to you. Not trying to tell you don't become a lawn care guy. There is good money in it, but if you think you're going to go out and buy yourself a Lamborghini, or you're going to be living in one of these $1 million homes that the customers you have are living in, you're listening to the wrong people. So I hope you guys have a blessed day. If you have a Bible verse to share, please share it with me. I love y'all. God loves y'all. Sarah loves you guys. And as always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real, as I do. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.